What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Riftbound Braum. Today we're going to be talking about some new Riftbound news. Riot dropped some announcements, I think 4 announcements that we have to go over. We have roadmaps, we got creator stuff that's going to be going on, we have state of the game currently where it's at, where they want it to be. Got some reveals on future set key arts, and just a letter from the editor. So we're going to dive into all of this. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. That way everybody's up to date and knows what's going on as we move further in. So we're going to start it off by getting into the roadmap. So let's dive into that. Starting right here, let's see. We got the 4 updates. 2026 roadmap. A comprehensive look at 2026 plans, including full HR schedule. Absolutely fantastic. Love to hear this news. So let's dive into it and see what we got here. First and foremost, we have the schedule of all our regional qualifiers as we're moving into 2026. So as we know, we had Houston, we got Las Vegas coming up, we got Atlanta. This is all for US base, obviously. Hartford, Connecticut. I don't know why it didn't say Connecticut, but it's okay. No, I mean, most people don't assume Hartford, Connecticut. But for those curious, it is Hartford, Connecticut, and then Los Angeles, California. Those are going to be the U.S.-based ones. Obviously, Singapore, all the other ones. Sydney, Australia. I wish I could go to that one, but I will not be able to attend that one. We got some in British Columbia, the Netherlands, Spain. You know, it's a little bit all over the place. Singapore, I like to see that. We got some diversity all over for the 2026 year, leading all the way up to the Los Angeles convention in September. Now, how do you integrate with the full year? Here's a comprehensive look at the year as best they can assemble it this year. Before diving into it, they have a few caveats. This is current as the publication. As always, dates may shift, details may change, so on and so forth. It's all going to change. It's all speculative. Not necessarily speculative, but they have the option to change it around if they need to, whether, natural disaster, so on and so forth. But assume that these are going to be the concrete dates as of right now. We all know we have a look at the Spiritforged pre-release is happening the 6th to the 12th. This is all through February. February at the end of the month, we have the Las Vegas Regional. In March, we're going to be starting off with the Summoner Skirmishes March window begins. So March 2nd is when we can start seeing the local Summoner Skirmishes pop up. March 16th, we're going to have the Unleashed previews begin. So we're going to start seeing things for Unleashed. As we move further on, the 30th, the Summer Skirmish April window will begin. The earliest your LGSs can run the second post-Spiritforge Summer Skirmish events. And then late March, of course, we got the China's Spiritforge major tournament. Moving into April, on April 3rd, we have the China Begins Unleashed pre-events. We have the 8th with the Unleash Riot merch pre-order draws, which means they're going to continue on with the draw system. In fact, they're going to be doing the draw system for pretty much everything. So there's a nice little schedule setting us up throughout the entire year. We're not going to go too deep into every single thing that's going to be taking place. If you guys want to check it out, I will have the links in the description so you can check it out for yourself. But that's what we really have coming up and coming right now. So let's dive into creator activations. Creator activations is an interesting one because they're going to be bringing, with the 2026 year, they're bringing in new sets, new cards, and there's a lot of opportunity for new creators, which personally, I'm obviously excited for trying to be an up-and-coming creator myself. But really, what they're going to be bringing us is a lot of opportunity for creators to be getting content kits. So beyond sending out cards, they're going to be sending out a limited number of content kits to creators for each set. These kits are going to contain not only products, but from the upcoming release, but also some gear for content creation. Because they know, making content for a physical card game is not something that's easy to do. You got to have some kind of financial backing or equipment to go along with it to be able to really make it stand out. And that's exactly what they're going to be helping with. There's also, there will be contract opportunities for Riftbound releasing covering gameplay, mechanics, collectability, deck building, and more. So we got a lot of stuff that's possible for creators as we move forward. For regional qualifiers held outside of China and other events with a more competitive twist, they have a select number of attendees that will be awarded the Creator Competitor Badge, which not only allows them to participate in the main competition, but also parts of the panel, card slinging, social media activation, so on and so forth. So if content creation is your thing around organized play, this is definitely a place to be. And they're even saying, like, you don't have to worry about being a small creator. If you're not a big creator, it's okay. We want everybody, so just stick around, keep making content, and do what you do, and we might see you. Make sure you go say hi to them, make sure that you're in the Discords, the whole 9 yards. So if you're a content creator making Riftbound content, don't stop. Keep making it. Maybe they'll see you, maybe they won't. Hey, Riftbound Braum here. I would love to be a part of it. But let's see what we are. Let's go to the state of the game. Let's pick up with state of the game and see where we're at. So state of the game is their a bi-yearly kind of post to say, this is where we're at in the game, this is where we want it to go, this is us listening to your feedback, and this is what we have to say about it. So as we go into this, we have Riftbound's executive producer and Riftbound's game director having a little chat with us, talking about where we're at and where they want to see things as we move forward. So going on and quoting them, on the Riftbound team, they are all card game players who value both the strategic and social elements of playing a TCG. They aim to deliver through Riftbound both an interactive, social, and deeply strategic experience for their players. And they've tried to make the TCG that appeals to everybody, competitive folks who love pursuing the mastery of one-on-one, but also the social environment of being able to have multiple players. So this is really in reference to multiplayer aspects, and they want to get it out there. They want more multiplayer play, and so they're going to be working on that here in the future and moving forward. Next, they asked their thoughts about how they see, or how well they think that Riftbound's doing. And so across Origin and Spiritforged, the first 2 sets, there's been a lot of cool decks that they've been seeing in competition and casual play. The resource system, the EBB, and the flow of excitement at battlefields is resonating with both the TCG and the League audience. And despite availability challenges, communities have formed around local game store play at weekly events like Nexus Nights, or around high-level play at the first regional qualifiers, which if you're local scene and you've been seeing it, it's all over the place. Everybody's playing Riftbound. Everybody loves Riftbound. It's awesome. Everyone's here for it. So we're all signed up and we're all on deck. But they made it clear that the development of the game is very serious, and they both want to discuss on how they can improve the game. And so while they're excited with the response to Riftbound, they believe that there is still a lot of work to be done. The team is working to get more supplies into the wild, improving their ordering process through the Riot merch store, and improving the process for registering for Riftbound events. So the work's still working. They're still working. There's tons of opportunity for them to improve and to allow more legends to be top tier in the competitive meta game. And they also have some big opportunities to explore on the horizon, multiple multiplayer-focused formats, more limited experiences like draft, and laying the groundwork for a lot of new original artwork and collectability. With that, they're going to be transitioning to answering questions that they receive. So many questions on social media and other aspects. So one of the questions is, what set are you guys most excited for? And while they weren't going into many specifics about it, they said the set 3 they really are excited for, and they believe that the team really cooked on set 5, which is Radiance. And so for Unleashed, you see it right here. We got the big guy himself. We can expect to see him in Unleashed in some way, shape, or form. For Vendetta, perhaps fitting of the set's name, they are teasing that our legends are going to have the 3 color pairing. So for the first time in Riftbound, you're going to be able to pair 3 colors. You're going to have 3 different runes really available to you in all of their sets as well. And then we get a little look at the Radiance key art. Absolutely beautiful. We got Seth, and then we got Echo in here. So I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to us. Let's see. Moving on, we when it comes to resolving concerns about the meta for Riftbound, they go on to say that TCG players are incredible. There are so many of you, very talented, motivated to the crazy combination of cards. Really, they're saying, we see that Draven has dominance, we're seeing that Kai'Sa has dominance, and we're hoping that as you guys play the game more, not everybody's going to jump on the bandwagon of hopping into Raven. Maybe you'll find something that can deal with Raven, or deal with Draven, I apologize. And so that's really where they're going, and that's what they want to. They're going to explore other options, other cards becoming a little more powerful, maybe some spills and things of that nature that can really take down the competition. So we're going to see how that all unfolds. Of course, they got bans and all that stuff, how they're going to deal with it. They really want to avoid doing it, and everything goes into consideration. Event attendance, negative player sentiment, game-breaking combos, archetype dominance, banning, restricting, all of these things, there are considerations. They're going with the errata route as much as they possibly can without having to ban cards or do anything crazy. And I'm down for that. I would prefer not to have anything banned. I would prefer them to make things that don't need banning, but I don't oppose an errata here and there as long as they're not overdoing it. Though they've done a lot of erratas, hopefully we're not going to get too much as we progress into the further sets. Now, we have a couple more things that we'll cover here, but one of the questions here asked is, what are you doing to make Riftbound more available and bring prices on booster boxes down? And so they say, we continue working with our partners at UVS and Shining Soul to get more cards in the hands of player. In January, we announced news regarding both Origins and Proving Grounds reprints, but as they had said, we know that more is still needed. As they see the community grow and evolve, they're going to continue to adjust their printing plans for the game. The team cares about players first and foremost, and they are keenly aware of both the meaning of investment when it comes to their players, and they want Riftbound to be worthy investment of both players and their money, their vision of the health. So really, there's we're working on it. That's kind of like a skating around it, but they're not really giving us a full answer there, which is okay. They're working on it. That's the best they can give us right now, and that's the best we can get. But before we close this out, I did want to bring up this last one right now. And it says, what are the plans for officially supporting Riftbound digitally? Obviously, they expected this one, and their answer is, we're not ruling it out. While they're contemplating it, they're going to play with the idea a little bit. If it becomes viable for them to do, they'll definitely do it. But I think the big thing for them is they don't want to move people away from buying the actual cards and just playing digitally. So I think they're going to, Pokemon waited a long time before we got an actual real good TCG thing for it. And I think we can expect the same thing to come when it comes to Riftbound. Maybe some years down the line, we'll see it so we can try to bring in a new wave of players. But for the foreseeable future, don't expect anything crazy like a digital client or anything like that. So there, that about sums it up, guys. If you guys want to read more in depth, more of the questions, you guys can definitely hop in there. You can check out what was said, how they're said. Like always, we're going to make sure we try to stay up to date on all this stuff. We're going to try to keep you guys informed on what is going on with Riftbound. Stay tuned because in the future, we will be doing some TCG arena stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you stay subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And until the next breakdown.